Hey guys, happy Sunday. NFL Sunday. Welcome to Solo Dolo Sports Facebook page. Demontrae James will say the Detroit Lions live stream. How you guys doing? I actually have a good reason to be on. Detroit is kicking Washington up and down the field right now, 22 nothing. But of course, if you're looking for a dysfunctional franchise, I don't think you can get. I mean, Detroit's not the only one in the league. I think you could put Washington in that category as dysfunctional. Jets, dysfunctional. Uh, what other team comes to mind? Jets, Lions, Washington. I think Houston's dysfunctional. I think Houston's really dysfunctional. They weren't that way before, but I think they're dysfunctional now. The Colts are dysfunctional. I mean, they go through, hey, let's just get an aging quarterback. Hey, Phillip Rivers is available. Let's give him a contract. Oh, Matt Ryan's available. Let's give him a contract. Carson Wentz, let's give him a contract. I mean, they go through that's dysfunctional. That's dysfunctional. You got to settle for a quarterback and ride with him. So that's dysfunctional right there. But I can't really think about no other dysfunctional franchise in the NFL. The Falcons are dysfunctional when I'm playing them. The Falcons are dysfunctional. Yes, very dysfunctional. They weren't like that. They were still sort of like that, and then they lost that Super Bowl, and I think that made them really dysfunctional. So, but here I am. Lions are kicking, Washington up and down the field. But this is the most important question for the Detroit Lions, as far as I'm concerned. And for some of you, this is concerned. Can we make the playoffs? I had us making it to the Super Bowl. I said, we got the quarterback. Yes, the defense is sort of iffy, but I got the quarterback. Should be able to get to the playoffs. Should be able to get to the Super Bowl. But being to get in the playoffs is kind of getting hard, man. I mean, 9-7, not the season I had in mind. I mean, I had us winning double-digit games. We can still do it with a 10-7 record, but we have to beat the Atlanta Falcons on the road. They have nothing to play for. So these are trap games. Definitely trap games. Let's check our schedule. We were doing good. We were winning. We had a winning streak going. Vikings beat the Vikings, the Bears, the Rams. We lost against the Packers the first time, but then we reeled off 3 straight wins. Raiders, Packers, a beatdown of the Packers. Well, actually, it's 2 games after the Packers lost. Then we played the Steelers, and the Steelers I don't think they're even in the playoff hunt. And we lost 29-21. Inexplicable loss. Needed to keep winning to make sure we shore up our wild card aspirations. And because of that loss, let's see here. We dropped in the playoff picture. We're down to we got that 7th seed. Steelers aren't even in it, so that was an inexplicable loss. Didn't need to lose. We're at home. Should have took out the Steelers. Couldn't do it. Had a really good game. Still couldn't do it. Defense gave it up in the end. So here we are. Against the Falcons in a must-win situation. We cannot lose. If we lose, we're definitely out of the playoffs. And the bad part is I have injuries. I cannot do any more. There's no other free agents for me to sign. I'm at a 53-man roster. I'll try to keep it at a 53-man roster. I could just turn it off, but I like to keep up with the rules. So we have a 53-man roster. You must keep it at a 53-man roster. You can't drop below it, and you can't go above it. As you know, guys, offense is doing great. We do have Nowak in there as starting right now. We'll learn his hidden development but right now he's playing at right guard, because Scherf has to play at the center position till Ragnow is healthy for the playoffs. Crossing my fingers. Playoffs. But Nowak, man, he's done pretty good. Don't know how many sacks he's given up or whatever. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he hasn't really gave up a lot of sacks. He's been pretty good. Of course, you're more worried about the tackles. Parrish is getting better, but he usually gives up my sacks. Sure, it's been important. Glad I kept him on the. I actually franchise tagged him, and that was a good idea. I'm glad I did it. I didn't want to do it, but I'm glad I did it. Our front line is doing really good. I brought in Akeem Hicks to help us out. I got which guy? They're not even showing him. I got one guy that's on IR, so he can come back. I think it's I forget his name, but yeah, he's on injury. We have injuries pretty bad. I mean, these injuries are really kicking in. Like Marcus May, he's out for 2 weeks. He should be back. Might be back for the wild card if we can make it, but I doubt it. 2 weeks. I think, of course, the wild card if it starts. After this game, we got a week and we got to prepare, so he's not even going to be there for that. So he's out 2 weeks. Probably won't be back unless we make the divisional. So I got Pyramid starting in his place. So he's just going to have to be ready. 25-year-old, see what he can do. Trap, I think he's healthy. Pratt, he's still there. Forbes, who's out? Nathan Howard's out. Nathan Howard, of course, is the rookie I got in the draft. Has had a pretty good season. He's out 2 weeks. Probably won't make it till the divisional round. Like I said, injuries are starting to affect things. But surely we can beat the Falcons, Surely we can beat the Falcons. So that's what we're going to try to do here. See what happens. Let's see what happens. Of course, we're taking on Jalen Hurts. As y'all know, the Lions have problems stopping Jalen Hurts, so I put in to contain the quarterback scramble. Of course, I do worry about Kyle Pitts and what he can do. If Kyle Pitts goes off, most likely we're probably going to lose. So we cannot let Kyle Pitts go off. I think that's pretty good. Set the live playbook. Superstar X Factors, Demontrae James. So-so season, 34 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Pretty good season, though. I mean, I think anyone would take that. Hey, I got a quarterback that threw 34 touchdowns. I mean, anybody's going to take that in this league. And 11 interceptions. Double-digit interceptions, but way more touchdowns than interceptions. You take that. Kyle Pitts, though, is our problem. Hopefully he does not go off. A.J. Terrell, I am concerned about him at corner. That's why I'm not having us throw deep. I think they wanted me to throw deep. I'm not throwing deep. I don't even want to take that chance. But here we go. Oh, yeah, and Washington just scored. Lions lead 22-7.
The National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Lions and the Falcons, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
We do have the defensive ends to contain
First
him,
open in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And I don't have a PhD in psychology, but you can see it in their body language. This is not a team that is organized and been ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And that's the fear. You have a team that's not winning. You need to win to make the playoffs. So what's going to happen? You know, all you can do, man, when you got a series like this, you set the team up. You set them up. You do what you got to do. You put the roster together. You put people in positions to succeed. At the end of the day, you got to go with whatever happens. That's one of the things about this type of series. Let's see if we can get this on the road.
Time to rock as Tony gets ready to meet Leather, and we are underway from Atlanta. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
They made both sides happy last week, didn't they?
3-3.
I mean, his guys.
Oh, yeah, I thought he had a good game. No, he didn't. He had 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. That was terrible.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now. Second is short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early.
Come on, Demontrae. Get in there.
The throw here is complete.
Oh, yeah. Another thing, Brandon White's hurt. I forgot about that.
Back to throw here. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hawkinson.
Yes, sir.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he stopped immediately there.
Let's get 4 yards. We can get 4 yards. Yes. Get it to Clancy.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Oh, you like to see the guys you don't expect make big plays.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus.
Good job for Clancy.
Changes things a little bit.
If that's his first catch of the season. Well, it's not his first catch of the season. It's probably his first catch from Demontrae James all season.
That dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window, fire a bullet in there for the completion.
Get in there.
First down to Marlon Mack. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 45.
I can't afford no more injuries. Do not go to the locker room.
It looks like Jackson who's shaken up.
Do not go to the locker room.
You want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Injuries are killing me, man. They are killing me.
Second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw.
Step in the pocket. Good catch. Jonnu Smith. Drive continues. Oh, sack. Who's that? We gotta let go of the ball, Demontrae. I cannot afford. You cannot be doing this to me. Second and 17. I don't even know why Mac gets the ball. I think he gets it too much. Need to be giving it to Dillon. I think we just get a field goal out of it if we don't turn it over. Flag. I didn't see him, bruh, but I'll take it. Hey, I'll take that. Yes, sir. Get in there. TJ Hawk. And that's a touchdown, Lions. And that's what we needed. And that's what we needed. Yes, sir.
Someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take.
And that was blocked very well. And you like to see these backup receivers. I forgot to say that Brandon White, my big deep threat receiver, other than Amon-Ra St. Brown, was out. But he's out too. I don't know how long he's out though. I have to check that. The Lions lead 7-0.
It's good, and the Lions lead at 7-0.
Definitely what you want to see. We definitely need the playoff. We definitely need this game to get to the playoffs. See what this defense does. See what we do against Jalen Hurts.
They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Coming off of a loss that last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact.
So obviously, we have problems stopping Jalen Hurts in real life. Of course, if y'all saw the Eagles game with Detroit. I don't know. I think our situation's different. I think we'll be able to stop him. But we'll just have to see.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Get there. Get there. LaShawn trap. No, we had to. Oh, God. Big play, though. But I definitely would have loved to have recovered that.
Lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts.
Oh, blocked. He's going to get close to a first down. 15 yards. 3rd and 8 makes it manageable. Sometimes that blitzing, man, can kill you, especially when they use the screen and they block it right.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's
get it, no! Yes! We get off the field.
But you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out.
Yes, sir.
People in the open field, everyone getting their feet wet early. Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or.
So that's the start you kind of want. You get a touchdown, you get them off the field. So everything's going pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and start doing this. We'll start doing this, make things go a little bit quicker. We're already close to the red zone. I'm going to go ahead and let's watch it. See if we can get up by 2 scores. And DJ4 is in the zone. DJ4 is in the zone.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Those are the ones.
Seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that will bring up 2nd down.
Come on. Throw it. No. Throws away. That's better than throwing an interception. Still leaves the field goal on the table. Of course, I want to go up by 14 instead of just 10. Do not scramble back. No. All throwaways. All throwaways.
Cyber able to knock this one through. And the lead moves to 10-0.
We're up 10-0.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here to add to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan.
Yes, sir. So we'll do this. You gotta do this to stay out of the bug. That was a big pass. Bradley Horn. See what the defense does. See what the defense does. Falcons near the red zone.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Oh, yeah.
Down right around the 25. Give him 3 on 1st down. He'll set up a 2nd and 7. Throwing his Hurts.
No! Get up.
They wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
No, he's scrambling him. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
Jalen Hurts, an 18-yard touchdown run, and the Falcons have cut it to an score.
This is terrible. That is terrible, man.
I think you probably take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
All right. So that's the way y'all want it, huh? Y'all want Jalen Hurts to scramble all over my team and cost us a playoff spot, huh? I see what's up. We have the ball at the 14. Yep, we are definitely watching that. Slow. We're in the second quarter. See what we do. In a game we desperately need. Get in there. Where's Dylan at? Where's Dylan at?
They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the run.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Throw it! Oh, almost picked. That does not look like Dan Campbell, man. It really doesn't. No, throw it away. Tyler. We get a field goal out of it.
This game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there.
Yeah.
To make the tackle.
Without our big wide receiving core, it's pretty bad, man. I think just having Brandon White out kind of affects things a little bit. But I still got weapons, so there ain't no way we should be ahead a lot by this team, man. There ain't no way we should be losing to the Falcons. We do get the field goal of 13-7. This defense, Calvin Ridley, 14 yards. It's dropped. 5-yard rush, 35. Calvin Ridley is going to kill me. Aren't you supposed to be like at home for gambling? No. 30-12. They converted it. 1st and 10. Another 14 yards. We're not even going to get out of it. I'm just going to they score. And with that line, the Falcons are up 14-13 on my playoff hopeful Lions. Not good. Not good at all. We cannot afford this loss, guys. Come on. Cephas, Tyler, Dylan. Yeah, give Dylan the ball. Don't know why we're not giving Dylan the ball. Pass knocked away. We're going to probably punt. That's Pyramid. All right. Let's get him off the field. Sack. Elijah Shields. Thank you. 3rd and 17. They cannot convert this. They don't. Punting. Cool. We pass. There you go. 29 yards. We'll stop it here. See if we can put some more points on the board. All right.
Dylan now
Dylan.
First and 10.
Yeah.
They'll fight forward on the straight ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here.
Get it? Johnson. Marlon Mack. My fault.
Just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
I'm so used to Marlon Mack not doing anything.
And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that it'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
No, that was a.
Producing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They get backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down and bring up 4.
The interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
Bad play call. That was like a Dan Campbell play call right there. He's getting better, though. Lions still up 22-7 in real life, though. We're going to go ahead and jump forward to the next quarter. We're going to kick a field goal. I'm pretty sure of it. Did we not kick the field goal? What happened? We didn't kick the field goal, and the Falcons just scored. We might be screwed, guys. We might be screwed. Let's see. Got to stop them. First down. 12. Jalen Hurts with the rush. 4th and inches. They should be punting. They do. Pass. Third and 13. What the heck just happened? What was that? How's that a? Okay, I can't explain this. Madden, your game is just broke. This game it's just broke, man. I don't understand your sim engine. Your sim engine is terrible. Derek Barnett with the sack. 3rd and 19. And we need to get a touchdown. Game is not over. We just need a touchdown. But we cannot move it. 3rd and 12. Incomplete. We're punting again. We have to hold the Falcons out of the. We cannot let the Falcons score any more points, man, or we're screwed. Come on, man. All right, they're punting. We have to get the ball. We have to. Oh, they went for it, and they converted. They have nothing to lose, man. Their season is over. We need to play off. We need to win to get the playoffs. Our season, we don't win, our season's over. All right, here we go.
And again this time the tailback.
Good tackle. Pearman.
Hurts.
What the heck was that?
Great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
That drive, they really increased their cushion. Felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give.
We're in trouble. We are in trouble. Speaking of trouble, I think the Lions are in trouble too. They were up 22 to nothing. They're now up 22-15 in the third quarter with 2:58 to go. Yep, that's how it is to be. This is how it is to be a Lions fan. This is how it is to be a Lions fan, guys. You want to know how it is to be a Lions fan? This is how it is to be a Lions fan. This is what you go through. This is the heartbreak. Even in Madden, I cannot win. I cannot win. Ooh, A.J. Dillon with the 62-yard touchdown run. But we have to get a stop. 3rd and 7. Can we pass? We get the ball back. Cool. Let's get downfield. No, Demontrae. Cool. Quintez Cephas. We're first down. We're going to check this out. Need to win. We need this. We need to score. Need to score. Get it? Oh.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw.
Come on. Demontrae, what are you doing? Oh, he throws it away.
He's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him. One of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pinned on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Oh, no!
Well, it's picked, and the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot.
I think our season's over. Take a miracle, man. Demontrae's not playing his best game either. We're at the 1. We're at the freaking 1. Wow. Wow, I don't know what's wrong with Madden Sim Engine, but hey, I'll take it. 91-yard touchdown run by A.J. Dillon. Now that is some weird shit. I will say that is some weird stuff. That does not happen. That usually does not happen. We have to watch this now, man. Season on the line. Yeah, we're watching it. Despite all our mistakes, only down 3 by field goal. Really?
For a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up the 2nd in just about a few inches here.
Get him! Tackle! Got him.
He is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Come on, guys. We need to stop, get the ball back. No, we're not going to stop him.
He's got the first ball. He's brought down at the 39.
And Pratt's hurt.
After the running play, we got him.
Don't go to the locker room.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Okay, good. He's okay.
So from the 39 now.
He'll be okay.
1st and 10.
Boy, this injury thing is working. I got it set to 40, and I got my injuries worth.
Only for a couple here, second down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret you're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
Exactly.
Jump. Tackle. Good. Sante Samuel held him. Good. 3rd and 5.
You to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hold. Get out and tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Butts. No! And he held on.
25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. So the big play,
we are
just
screwed.
like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll try to run some clock as they keep it on the ground. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. It's a pickup of 4 and it'll bring up 2nd down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They got they search for a way to get this one to
Come on.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Don't care. Keep going. 3rd and 5.
You have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And y'all just leave him over there. Y'all just leave him over there.
It's going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here. The closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
So when appears that it lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive.
I think our season's over. I don't know. Our goal was to get to a Super Bowl, but to get to a Super Bowl, you got to make the playoffs. And we're not going to make the playoffs, it don't look like. Give me another sim engine touchdown, Madden. It'd be nice. Wow. Pass to Tyler. Well, that could happen. I just don't see it. But okay, whatever. All right. I'm pretty sure we're going to do an onside kick.
And the lead is down to a field goal now.
That was a glitch. Abbott doesn't play for our team.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30.
This never works.
We're definitely going to need this one to bounce it around.
But, and that holds up now.
And that should just about put a camper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game.
All right. And Jalen Hurts will kneel. And the Lions go 9-8
to
end the season.
Victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home.
What the hell's my...
I had to grind this one out, didn't I? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, every team wants to be physical. But we've heard that a million times.
We ran for 202 yards and we still lost.
This was that type of a game.
So for Atlanta, they get a Week 18 victory to make that final mark a bit more palatable at 6-11. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Lions, It's a tough loss to take as they'll finish things off at 9-8, but they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.
No, we don't. Our season's over. What's to say, guys? Our defense once again let us down. I got this great offense. I got the quarterback. I got the receivers. I got the running back. I got a great offensive line, and I got a defense that is injury prone. I got a defense that can't stop the pass. I went and got Asante Samuel to help out. That didn't really do any good. AJ Dillon had a great game. I did pay him. He will be back next season. 2 touchdowns. Tyler Johnson did really good in that slot receiver role he had to play because Brandon White's out. 469 for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Hockenson with the early game touchdown. Gave up some sacks. We need a better defense. We got the offense, but as I've always kept, and I keep saying it, we just need a better defense. And I just have not, in the 4 seasons I've had this series, have been able to get the defense in order. We don't have the free agency to do it. We draft. I think I've hit on some draft picks, but they're not really panning out right now. And yeah, it's looking pretty bad. Now, where is my volume remote? I keep losing stuff. I think we're out. I think if we lost, I think another loss would put us out anyway. I don't think we're going to. I don't think we're going to playoffs. Could go more elusive. I could go more power. I'm going power. Oh no, he has my power back. He can be elusive, but he's more. I'm wanting more power. So I think he'd be an 85 overall. He'll be with the team next year, signed to a deal. Derek Barnett, I don't know. He turns 30, and you know what happens when you turn 30 in this game. It's pretty much over for you. Let's work on speed. They didn't like that. 2 finesse moves, pursuit, tackle. That, of course, didn't help the speed, which is what I wanted. But you guys can be with me and see if I pretty much know that our season's over. I'm pretty much know that our season's over. We're not going to the playoffs, most likely. If we do, it'll be a miracle. I think in order for that to happen, the Packers had to lose too. I don't know who they're playing. But let's find out. And we don't make the playoffs. We do not make the playoffs. Last year we made it. This year we don't. That is y'all playoff bracket. Seahawks took the 7th seed, a team that we beat in the regulars. Did we beat the Seahawks? Or I think that was last season. But no playoffs for us. And our season's over, and I'm going to have to make another off-season video. And I think I'm going to start firing some people. Mostly my defensive coordinator, see if we can get a better defensive coordinator. But usually in Madden, when they have their staff moves and you look for a defensive coordinator, they're usually worse than the defensive coordinator you already have. So you might as well stick with the defensive coordinator you already have. But Lions go 9-8. Our goal was to make the Super Bowl, and we failed to do that. Maybe I should fire Dan Campbell. I don't want to fire Dan Campbell, though, but Someone's head's going to have to roll. I got to fire somebody. I feel like, I think I did everything I could for this team, man. I went and got a corner that was great. I went and did things that were great, and we're still not in the playoffs. This is getting ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous. The Cowboys got in there with a 9-8 record, and we don't. And we beat the Cowboys earlier in the season. Just seemed like we just got robbed. We didn't get robbed. You got to take care of business. You had to beat the Steelers. You can't go on a 2-game losing streak at the end of the season. You can't do it. And that's what we did, and that's why we're at home. Who's returning from injury? Frank Randall's back. He's turning 30. Brendan Wright's back. But it doesn't matter. A lot of big decisions to make. They have a middle linebacker that's ranked 1 going in the Dalvin Young. We definitely need defense. And we need to keep the offense sort of together and keep young, but just another disappointing season, and Demontrae James will save the Detroit Lions, and I don't think he saved the Detroit Lions. He put expectations on the Lions, and we're not seeing it through. It's not on Demontrae. We have to have a defense that stops other teams, and we just don't have it. So I have to go out there and get a better defense. And then I got to try to do this while he's still on his rookie deal, because he's going to make top quarterback money, and that salary cap's going to get eaten up with Demontrae James's contract. So I got work to do in the offseason. I don't think I'm going to live stream this off-season video, though. I think we'll just record it. But what do you want me to say, guys? I thought making the playoffs would be easy. No, it's not. We got work to do. Guys, thank y'all for joining me on this live stream, the ones that did. I know y'all went in and out. Thanks for joining me. That's going to be my last live stream for Detroit Lions for a while, because I got an off season to get through, and that's what I'm going to focus on as far as this series is concerned. We got a lot of work to do. 9-8 season. I think we went 9-8 last season. Made the playoffs. Now we went 9-8 again. We shouldn't be going 9-8. We need double-digit wins to make the playoffs. We're in a tough division. This division is a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be, too. They got a quarterback in Minnesota. They got Justin Fields is doing good, and then you got to deal with Jordan Love, who's good and who Madden loves. So got a lot of work to do. This is unacceptable. We got Demontrae James. We should be in the playoffs. So we got work to do. Guys, thank y'all for joining me. Hope you guys have a good NFL Sunday. Sol Dolo out. Peace.